Real hot girl shit. Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his too. And that's why every time you see me, I got some new shoes.
I'm Mashi Epting. I'm 34 years old. I'm known as the Tax Boss Coach. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I am the go-to for CEO mentorship. I'm from Monroe, Louisiana. I grew up on the south side, across the tracks on what's known as Egan Street. Well, that's where I was born at. I actually grew up in Tanglewood on Blackwood. It was me, my mom, and her 5 kids. So 3 girls and 2 boys. We grew up in a 3-bedroom house. My father has always been around, but my parents were never married. So the typical, single parent household, more kids than rooms, of course. School as a child for me, I'm gonna say I did like it. Was my childhood years in school all peaches and cream? No, I fought a lot. Hell, I was my parents' most troubled child when it came to school. Honestly, let me tell you something. Smart as hell. Always been smart. Always been very studious. But I suffer from anger issues during childhood because I was angry a lot. Dealing with of course family dynamics and things like that, and growing up poor, super duper poor, right? Hell, there's been times I had to bath in rainwater before school because I want to be clean. So people don't believe it, but training rainwater, that's how I got clean to go to school. But school's always been an outlet for me because when I get there, for one, I'm gonna eat. I'm warm, I get to learn and grow. So it always provided me an opportunity to get out of the situation that I didn't want to be in. Fought a lot. Stayed in Green Oaks. Stayed in court. Man, they kicked me out of Monroe City school system. So that's how I end up coming back to Ouachita Parish and graduating from Richwood. I'm really supposed to be graduated from Wiseman. But I got kicked out of Monroe City school systems, fighting and, just hanging with the wrong crowd. But other than that, like, school was fun for me, man. Like, I love my school years.
So what elementary did you actually attend? Was it just one or more than one?
My elementary that I attended was Robinson Elementary School. Still to this day, I feel like that's the best elementary school around, especially here on the south side. The education, the teachers have always been top tier to me. They work with, I feel like, kids like me coming from, the family dynamics, troubled homes, poverty. They always was able to see the best in me. They were always able to, talk me out of situations to where my emotions may would have guided me into trouble. And even the times that I did act out, they talked with me in love, and they gave me the discipline and love and I needed and helped guided me. So, man, look, shout out to my old principal, Mr. Brown. He's deceased now. Man, Miss Jordan, she's deceased now. But who else I had over there? Oh, man, I had Miss Judy Dixon. I had Miss Fields now, used to be Miss Giles. Man, shout out to y'all. Like, things that y'all said to me and put into me, helped make me, the big boss I am now today. And that's from elementary. Wow, the transition from junior high to high school, it was big. It was real big for me. Like I said, me leaving a Ouachita Parish school system, growing up in a Ouachita Parish school system, I thought I was gonna automatically, attend Ouachita Junior High School. I was looking forward to it. Got about a weekend and boom, mama tell me we gotta move, right? I'm like, well, we gotta move. Like, these my people I went to school with. I'm upset, cause especially when they tell me that I'm gonna have to move across to Wilson Street and go to MLK. I'm like, what? I gotta go to that ghetto school? I'm like, man, I'm already got it hard enough. Like, I'm I'm from Tanglewood. You about to teach me from this side of the south side to the next side of the south side? Man, I'm like, you asking for trouble. Like, I already knew it. I felt it, right? I'm begging not to go. Sure enough, what happens? I get enrolled in MLK. And when I tell you, y'all, I don't think I was there a week, maybe a few days. It started then. Get into a fight. And not just any fight. This started me going to jail because I went in. I ain't draw no names, but oh my gosh, that was my first official time getting arrested, going to jail, having to go to court. What was this? I think 7th grade. Started then. So shortly after that, mind you now, I'm in all advanced classes at MLK. Like I said, I always been a smarty. But never like bullies, never let anybody pick on me. I grew up in a handle your business household. So if it came to me, or even if I thought it was gonna come to me, I'm gonna come to you first and we're gonna finish it. It's gonna get handled. Ain't no talking about you don't like me and I don't see it and I know about it and I hear about it. I'm coming to you with it. So it was a lot of that in MLK, which eventually led to me being expelled from the Monroe City school system and having to do court-ordered anger management classes weekly in community service to even attend in Ouachita Parish school system. And that's how I got to Richwood, junior high in 8th grade and ended up graduating from Richwood High School. But when I got to Richwood Junior High, it was this one teacher that really, really, really took a loving to me. And that's why I'm going to say that because, man, by the time I got to Richwood Junior High, I was just about ready to drop out of school because I'm like, shit, I'm supposed to be for the streets. I was in the streets. Mom sick, I'm out here, I'm out here thugging, as they say, in the streets. And I love school, but shoot, I'm a thug now, in my mind. So I'm falling victim to my to my environment or whatever. So but this lady, Miss Hargrave, ended up being my dance teacher, and she just took a loving to me, and she just told me, you gonna fuck up your life? She just started talking to me rough. Like, this what you want? I know this not what you want, and she just started talking to my spirit man, getting my mental right, and she stayed on me. Every time that I tried to get lost in the sauce, because my mom's sick, I don't have that guidance at home, older siblings not too much older than me. They got their own life now, their own kids. Hell, my daddy was doing the best he can. My daddy got 14 kids, but he can't, manage all of us, especially not me, because I got two extremes. I'm going to either be real good or I'm going to either be real bad. And I was on my real bad stuff. And so somebody in the community, at the school, had to love on me enough to love the hell out of me. And so shout out to Miss Hargrave, because she definitely did that. Well, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur coming up to my senior year in high school, because I started telling, teachers, friends, family, opening up more and more about my dreams, my goals, my aspirations, what I really wanted out of life. And I don't want to say that they were being discouraging, right? But I can say that what I wanted, the people that I was surrounded by wasn't used to having, or they have not yet seen it or experienced it. So I knew coming out of high school in 2006 from Richwood that I had to make sure that I'm going to be able to do something or pursue something that was about, me and pouring into me more, so that I can create the opportunities and the lifestyle that I truly wanted. Why did I choose Grambling State University? First off, believe it or not, I get this question a lot. And I'll be like, why not Graham? That's the only place where I really have ever known that, but it truly sticks on, where everybody is somebody. And mind you, Grambling was not my first choice. I started off at our school here in Monroe, Louisiana, ULM, but I didn't finish there. I moved away, decided to come back and finish school. And, my daddy was a Grambling grad. My older sister was a Grambling grad. as well. So I grew up, on Grambling, and Grambling being a place to be. And for me, my why is Grambling is because, man, because Grambling cares. I'm not gonna lie, Grambling cares, and if it wasn't for Grambling, I wouldn't be here. My plan after leaving Grambling State University was to graduate on that Friday and start work that Monday in my career, and I did just that. Like people don't happen, right? Man, listen, walked across that stage and started that new job on that Monday.
What field of study was it, and what job were you looking for?
My field of study was Bachelor of Science in Leisure Studies with a concentration of therapeutic recreation. My job was I was looking to come out and start being a therapeutic recreation specialist as soon as I came out of college. And I was able to, land a job at a behavioral hospital in Dallas, Texas, doing exactly what I went to school in, even before I became licensed and certified. So just like, any other type of medical degree, you can get your degree, but you still got to sit for your exam to get your certification. So I was big blessed to be able to do that.
So describe the moment when you realized, like, I want to take over this tax game.
The moment I realized that I want to take over this tax game was, I want to say for sure, December 2017, when I'm like, man, I watched how I built my healthcare business with my healthcare license. I'm like, if I can do my tax business the same way and build it and create opportunities for other professionals in this industry like I did, like, this is going to set me apart in so many different ways. So December 2017, I stopped doing it with just me, and I'm like, it's time for me to build a team. And when I built that team, the rest is history, because I knew then it was over. Like, I'm gonna just keep on building on what I'm building on each year, and I just been soaring since then.
So Texas wasn't like the first company you created. So let's talk about the first company you created. How did that start?
Texas wasn't the first company I created. The first company I created was Complete Treatment, and that is my hair care business. So basically, it's a lot of different professionals that's in the industry that I'm in: therapeutic recreation, maybe speech therapy, dance therapy, music therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy. Oh man, LPCs. Listen, whatever type of therapy that can be provided with a license or certification, Complete Treatment provides that to those individuals with different type of disabilities. And I'm talking about mental health, like schizophrenia, to congenital diseases like Down syndrome, to behavior diseases. So we cover the whole spectrum, right? The DSM spectrum with Complete Treatment. And that was my first baby. And it's still running.
All right. So why not sit under a more experienced tax office before opening your own?
Well, the reason why I didn't join a more experienced tax office before opening my own, because I was already an experienced tax professional. So all I needed was the business acumen of actually running a tax business. So by me already being a tax professional and having that working knowledge and experience, then also coming in applying my business knowledge from my other business, Complete Treatment, it was a no-brainer for me that I didn't need to come in and help build somebody else's business up, right? When I'm running a more successful business of my own, and I have all the tools and resources to not only create this avenue for me, but now I can spread the opportunity to others, which what I want to do, see everybody eat. Juggling family and business, oh man, let me tell you, it's the worst, for real. Okay, Man, it seems like hell, I need about 10 more me's, right? I don't know how I do it, but I do it. So let me just try to tell you how I do it, okay? A schedule. I have to work on a schedule. When I say everything needs to go on a schedule, I'm talking about from my baby girl games to, my own personal appointments, to every business appointment, because if not, it stands a great chance of me forgetting about it and it's not happening. And so I make sure that I stay on the schedule, and I make sure that those that's closest to me, that they're on a schedule and that we are always meeting and talking about our schedule. I even tell my daughter, hey, put it on the schedule, put it on your schedule, put it on my schedule, we need to know what's going on, because life gonna already throw you for the hula hoop, right? You already gonna wake up, and have a bunch of unscheduled things on top of the scheduled things. So when you ain't got no organization, oh man, and you trying to be an entrepreneur or a millionaire, multimillionaire, billionaire, you ain't got no schedule. Oh man, you planning to fail. You know what I'm saying? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, and man, failure is not an option for me.
All right. So, if you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be?
Think bigger. Think bigger would be the thing that I would tell my younger self, because I already thought big, and but because me being surrounded by so many other people who have yet to see or experience the type of things that I used to think about, I was a lot of times what I say is take the shine out myself, right? So I would dim my own light to try to fit in more to my environment, or I would not go out there or think as big as I should have been thinking in certain situations because of the people that I was surrounding myself with, right? And I didn't want that stigma on me anymore, because coming from where I come from, you don't want people to think that you think you're more than that, or you think that you're better than them. So it's a fine line of getting out that poverty mindset, right? And worrying about the people that you think the world of, and thinking that they're the whole world, and you don't want to get trapped in that.
All right. So, if you could give anyone else who, want to follow in your footsteps, be an entrepreneur, own a tax office, or anything else, advice, a younger person, what would that advice be?
My advice to anyone else trying to do anything like entrepreneurship, or just trying to keep going, is to just do it. Do what Nike says, like do it, and do it to your level of success, right? Because success is like beauty. It truly lies in the eyes of the beholder. So do it to your level, right? And if your level is beyond the level of thinking than the people that you like to hang around and stuff, you might have to move around. Move around from them. Don't let them distract you from your desires, from your successes, right? Don't let nobody tell you that it's not possible, right? Because if you're gonna believe, you got to be a believer, right? And you guys got to believe in everything that you say that you want to do, everything that you say that you want to be. You got to, it starts with you. You got to believe in yourself. You got to know why you want to have it, and you just got to know that you can get it done. And anybody or anything that gets in your way, you got to move around. Man, that's some crazy stats for you. 49 out of 50 with economic, man, that's crazy, right? Um, I'm gonna say this because me, I always beat the odds, right? I was a teenage mother from the south side of Monroe, Louisiana. So with that being said, the stats wasn't looking so good. They wasn't in my favor at all. But that's it. Like I just love that underdog pressure, right? What it takes to, make it in Monroe, Louisiana, to me, is tenacity, tough skin, man. You need big balls, man, to make it here, right? Because listen, it's the city. It's not like it's a large city, right? It's not a large city, so I used to always tell people, man, what the city lacks is what we call ballers and notches, right? So people that's really doing it and people that really look good doing it, right? We don't got that many people, and doing it. So when you growing up in a city like this, right, you got to have that tough skin because all the spotlight's on you, and no matter how much good you do, right, the bad is always gonna it's gonna always try to overshadow the good. So you can't be doing it for nobody else but you, right? You have to be serving a purpose that's greater than you, right? Because guess what? Even when you do it for you, sometimes you can get content and be satisfied, and it'll stop you from doing the good works that you're supposed to be doing. So it's always got to be about you and for you, but also beyond you, so that you can keep going when you don't get those hand claps, when you don't get those congratulations, when you don't get that support, when you don't get that love, you right? So you got to have a deeper fire, you got to be stronger, and you got to be more emotionally stable and mentally stable, right, to even get through, right? Because you'll expect the people that you grew up with, right, the people that you ran the streets with, you slept in the same household with, in the same class. So you expect those people to be the first people to come out and be a support system, right? But 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. So to make it in Monroe, you got to have that willpower, that will desire. Like, to make it. It's got to be something that you desire to do, and you have to want to be that pillar in your community that want to be about that change and not want to complain, as I say. So you just got to be one of them people that you want to come out, be helpful, be impactful, be a part of the change, actually implement the growth, the strategies that's needed to build the communities up. You gotta love Monroe.
So, out of all the places in the world, you could choose to have your company and to be the home base. Why did you choose to stay in Monroe?
Out of all the places in the world, and I've been quite a few places in the world. I'm an international traveler, so it's what I do. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. I always say you can go make a difference anywhere and everywhere, right? But what you do for your own, it speaks volume, right? So I feel like every every great person, when it's really been done for the right reasons, they always come back home, and they always try to make an impact within their own home. And that's why I came back. I came back to show my community, my people, that we do have hope here, that we do have opportunities for growth here, right? That you don't have to be a professional ball player. You don't have to be a rapper or a singer. You can be a hardworking entrepreneur, create opportunities for yourself and others, right? And you can win right here in Monroe, Louisiana.